All right, Brent Porcio, TopVelocity.net, and do a pitch analysis here. Jacob, pair him up with Cody Hall. So we'll take them both into their leg lifts. Oop, jumping ahead. Okay. You can see Cody way inside drive leg. So he's already shifting momentum. Jacob still in that balanced position. So you can see coming out of leg lift, as Jacob, as you load back, it doesn't allow you to really pick up your momentum. You're still sitting over your back leg. You can see as Cody goes forward, even as he loads back very similar to you, his shin is more linear. He's moving. So if you're going to come out of leg lift in a balanced position and really try to load back, you're going to be stuck. You're not going to be really moving forward. So you really want to make sure that your chin is behind your front hip, but also getting inside your drive leg. You can see up here Cody, specifically as your front leg starts to get ahead of your front hip. So you can see Cody keeps riding it, and just before leg drive, he gets pretty linear here. You can see just before leg drive with you would see right there a little bit more vertical on your shin, similar with your closed shoulder orientation, which is good. And then you can see how Cody peaks into that momentum. So he has more momentum, and he's able to drive and push and accelerate through the back hip into that. If we watch you, not as much, either not timed well due to the lack of momentum, or just more than likely not explosive. So when you hit front foot, you're open. So you see Cody here, arms still behind head, shoulders still closed, pointing more towards, say, even shortstop or third base. Your trunk is pointing towards, on deck hitter at this point. You're already laying in external rotation. So it's because Cody had more momentum and because he was able to peak that into front foot strike, it gave him more leverage to counter his trunk and keep his trunk closed, because y'all both started in the same trunk position. He just used his lower half energy momentum better to pull them apart into going into front foot strike. So when you go into external rotation, you can see your knee sucks up under because you're actually pulling as you go into external rotation, you're still trying to pull into hip rotation. Cody was already there. So when he goes into external rotation, his leg isn't trying to help out. This is you trying to help out by tucking your knee in. So his just lays and stays behind. So Cody is already showing more forward trunk tilt. So he's in the front foot strike. He's using more of that momentum to push, accelerate his trunk forward. Even though y'all are very similar in armed cock positions, front leg orientation, you can just see Cody, once again, due to that momentum, a little bit more abducted hip position. You're a little bit more neutral, so he's in a better position to launch over his front leg. You look like you're slightly stuck behind your front leg. So as you get in a pitch release, everything continues to push out well. As you go into pitch release, your hips aren't tipping up. You can see Cody's, if it was a bucket, he'd be pouring his water forward. You maybe just starting to pour water. So that's what happens if you come into front foot strike and you were late to accelerate through your back hip to drive your hips forward in the front foot, then everything kind of slips under and crashes under your front leg, as opposed to driving over like we see here with Cody. That's what we want, because we want that momentum to come down, crash into front foot strike, and then tip over through our hips and our trunk into the ball. So it really just comes down to how you started, your lack of momentum, and then how that affected hip to shoulder separation, pelvis abduction, trunk tilts, all the way to finish. So I hope that helps, really just addressing how you get to your loaded position and how you can power more energy into front foot strike is the key.